Miniature Market has thousands of board games at discounted prices. Click the direct link below to see all of those discounted games. Hello, my friends. Today we're talking about a big argument on the internet. Are there more wheels in the world? And think of wheels as tires and wheels on everything, skateboards, this and that, versus doors. How many doors are there? This is a big sort of thing on the internet. So today we're looking at a game called Wheels versus Doors, which is a sort of party game that has some betting and some little bit of trivia where you don't really need to know and you will never know the answer to the questions. Let me show you how it works. I'll see you on the other side. In Wheels versus Doors, you're going to be answering a question as to what there is more of. When you're correct, you're going to be getting cards. They're either going to be wheels or doors. The first person or team, because you can play this in teams, to get 10 wheels or 10 doors wins. Now you'll split up again into teams or what? It's great to have you can have up to 4 people or 4 teams. You can have as many people as you want on a team. A card's going to come out and then some versus cards will come out. So these versus cards are shuffled and then they're flipped over. And for example, it says 2 versus 3. So everyone is trying to figure out which one has more. Miles from the North to the South Pole, or are there more McDonald's? Interesting. So so one player is the dealer and they are going to basically, shuffle the cards and do this. Then the player to the left will be the first to bid. Now in the first round, meaning until all players have been the dealer, you can only bet up to 3 chips. So if I think it's this, I could bet 1, 2, or 3. There's actually a total of 5 chips you can have on your team. So I bet 3. And the other players will bet as well. So right now, which one would you bet on? Which one is higher? Miles from the North Pole, South Pole, or McDonald's? Go ahead and bet. Well, there's only 12,430 miles from the North to the South Pole, and there's 39,000 McDonald's. So whoever bet these were wrong. Now, let's go to the right people first. These people, this 2, 3. So the blue team is going to get 2 cards, and the yellow team is going to get 3 cards. Now these cards are in like a little holder here. They're completely randomized, and each of these is either going to be a wheel or a door. Now the cards that you get are secret. You'll hold them in your hand, but let's say the red team, who lost here, they bet 3 chips. Now because they were wrong, they have to pay 3 cards from their hand. Now let's say secretly they had 4 doors and 3 wheels. But they're like, well, I guess we're going for doors. Let's give away these 3. Now we're going to just concentrate on doors, but now you need to be a little bit more careful of what you bet, because if you lose, you're going to be losing the ones that you have the most of. So that's pretty much how it works. Now, if you ever run out of cards, you are able to bid still up to 3 chips to help get you back in the game. Now, you're going to continue doing this till one team has 10 wheels or 10 doors. If it's tied, then the team that has the most total cards between those teams wins. All right, let's just do a couple more for fun here. Let's say, are there more rainforests or Fast and Furious movies by 2021? Go ahead and pause now, think about it, and then come back and we'll show you the answer. Wow, really close. 7 rainforests, 9 of Fast and Furious. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. Are there more glaciers or are there more records in the Guinness Book of World Records? Go ahead and pause and think about it. Wow, 139,999 glaciers and only 40,000 records. Did you get it? That's pretty much how you play. Spoiler, the game's a blast. This game, the fun in it is really debating the verses. So you're looking at it, you're talking about it, you're thinking about these crazy things that have no relation to each other, but their numbers are close, and you're trying to figure out which one's which. It's just a fun thing. It's fun playing it solo. It's also fun playing with a team. It's fun talking back and forth with each other. It's also fun that you're betting your chips based on the wheel/door cards you have. So in the overview, I had like, hey, 4 of one and 3 of another. Well, you could safely bet 3 chips. And sure, you're going to lose the 3 wheels, and now you're going to focus on doors, but you could do it and not really hurt yourself too bad. Or, do you bet more chips than you really feel you could really safely lose because you're that confident, right? Or there is more strategy in this game than meets the eye. So because you might say, you know what? I'm betting last. I'm going to wait and see what these other players are doing. That team over there, they have a lot more than we do. We are not doing very good. Now, granted, they might just have a perfect split. Maybe they're not that high. We don't know. But maybe strategy reasons, I really think it's the one they're betting on. But for us to really get back in this game, let's just go all in on the thing that they're not doing, because we think it's probably somewhat close. And so sometimes you're strategizing on that. And when it's your turn to bet, we'll change your strategy depending on what other players did, how many cards they have, because it's public knowledge how many cards they have. You just don't know which ones they are.
So that's good. There's more strategy than you would think in the game. Now, great, this isn't a heavy strategy game, but there's more than a normal party game, I would say. The game has huge replayability. It has 150 cards. The box says that creates 4,000 combinations. In all reality, there's 900 different things on those cards, okay? And so theoretically, there's 450 completely different combinations without repeating. That's still a ton. Lots of replayability in this game. Now, Wits and Wagers is a very popular party game. It's one of my favorites. It's like the thing. It's like, hey, it's a trivia game and you don't need to know the answer. This is another one like that. This is probably the best style party game like that has come out since Wits and Wagers, but it still feels different enough that you can have both. You can't really have a lot higher praise than that. On the negative side of things, sometimes the game can be sort of too random, where like you just, I don't know, let's just guess, right? And then sometimes it says that the facts are true according to the internet, and I think it's in like 2022 or something like that. And there was a certain card that came out. I think it was one where it was like what percentage of the world had like broadband internet or something like that. And we were like, that answer seems not right. Let's look it up on the internet. And of course, you look it up on the internet and you find 8,000 different opinions as to what it is. So sometimes you might come across some things that don't feel right, sound right, and sometimes you might not be able to back them up when you go Google it. So, it is what it is. That's a negative, but it only happened once in the handfuls of games I played of this. But overall, if you're looking for a quick, easy party game that you can play, it also plays well with huge player counts and small player counts, which not all good party games do. This is great for all those reasons. This is getting a saxophone serenade, meaning it's going to stay in my gaming library. Here we go.
Game Toppers upgrades every game you play, and if you missed their 4.0 Kickstarter, you can still late pledge and take advantage of over 40 unlocked stretch goals and early fulfillment. This campaign featured a new Young Sherlock table, perfect for children's gaming, and movable coffee table, 10 new thematic mats by top artists like Vincent Dutray, a new designer art series Minecraft topper with thematic art from Brent Woodside, and some of the best package deals they've had, including game mat bundles. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below to late pledge now.